Hello there, and welcome or welcome back to the Ramblin' Shaman. I'm Kate, your friendly neighborhood Celtic shaman, and I have a gift for you today whenever this message finds you. It is meant to bring you the experience of exercising forgiveness on a deeper level. During this current holiday season, we are being given prime opportunities for experiencing the deepest forgiveness our souls need in order to heal. If you look at the current community energy across the globe, it is clear to see that the gift of forgiveness is very needed. At the time I am recording this message, multiple countries are experiencing challenges due to immigration reform. With so much darkness surrounding the situation, great forgiveness is needed at this time to bring about an end to the civil unrest in many parts of the world. Family gatherings and holiday celebrations are being shrouded by this division which has taken place. Family members experiencing challenges with the discordant energy as they find loved ones in disagreement on the topic, and friendships being challenged by the great divide of differing perspectives and opinions. We are all feeling this energy strongly as 2025 draws to a close. With the many differing perspectives, it can feel murky navigating through the current waters we find ourselves in. And we may be feeling at odds with the people whom we've loved and respected for a very long time. The Soul Truth card, which came to me this morning, asks, who am I willing to forgive? As I meditated upon the message this card is telling us, I was reminded of the story of the Chinese lanternfly and the tree of heaven. In the United States, these species are currently viewed as being an invasive species. Yet in their native Asia, they are both celebrated and revered in a joyful way for their usefulness. The tree of heaven was first brought to America in 1784 as a highly valued, fast-growing, ornamental shade tree and became a very popular nursery plant by the 1840s due to its rapid growth and tolerance for poor conditions. The tree is called the tree of heaven because the roots grow very deep and wide, and their leaves grow abundant with potent seeds, which can take root in nearly any condition. Their height and span of their branches are what give them their name, as they are tall and seen by the Chinese to be reaching towards the heavens. They're also called the sky tree in their native language. In Chinese traditional medicine, the parts of the tree are used to make remedies for asthma or respiratory illnesses, diarrhea, epilepsy, cardiac palpitations, parasite infections, menstrual pain, excessive bleeding, especially after childbirth, and malaria, as the components of the tree of heaven have anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, antiviral, and antiparasitic effects. Potential compounds are even being studied for use in cancer medicine and herbicides. For more in-depth information on medicinal use of the tree of heaven, you would need to see a certified Chinese herbal medicine technician or practitioner. They should be consulted as the medication should be prescribed and created by a trusted and trained source. As with any medicine, the wrong amount could be toxic and should not be harvested yourself. The sap from the tree can sometimes cause skin irritation or a rash. So you want to make sure that you seek out a trusted source. The tree of heaven is also host to the Chinese lanternfly, as this tree is the most favored food of the lanternfly. A lady by the name of Maria Rodell wrote in her book Love, Nature, Magic a personal experience that she had with the lanternfly. She states that a lanternfly came to her during a meditation and said to her, and I quote, "In Asia, we are symbols of joy. Children love to play with us since children do not judge. They have to be taught to judge." End quote. During one of the nymph stages of the lanternfly, before it grows its wings, It is a bright red jumping bug with black and white spots. And even as adults with wings, they tend to jump a lot. They're said to be seen as jumping for joy. As the lanternfly continued to speak to the author, it said, quote, "We came to America as eggs on wood because America needed more joy. But we were met with anger, fear, and hatred. We heard the word killjoy whispered around us. We line up on the tree of heaven to remind you that the way to heaven is through joy." End quote. The point I wish to make in telling you their stories is that many people in the U.S. see the tree of heaven as a junk tree and their native bugs, the lanternflies, as pests, whereas in Asia, the tree of heaven is seen as being very useful for its medicine and the shade it provides, and the lanternfly brings joy and is considered beautiful. How can the story of the tree of heaven and the lanternfly help you to perhaps see a different perspective in this discussion of immigration? I challenge you to consider this today as you consider whom you are ready to forgive. Well-meaning people had purpose in bringing these now considered invasive species, just as well-meaning, caring individuals have acted in ways to create the immigration situation many countries are currently facing. Their intent, I believe, was noble, some might even say admirable, yet we all know how one or two bad apples can spoil the whole bunch. We are currently seeing this happening on the world stage, as well as within our communities and families at home. The way we bring some healing to this divisive wound is to offer forgiveness. You won't hear a bureaucrat speak of forgiveness in this nature. It's difficult for them to do so when they're trying to please everyone. However, you will hear spiritual teachers say that this is truly the means to healing. The Soul Truth card that I pulled as inspiration has a quote from Carl Jung. "I am not what happened to me, I am who I choose to become." Is it time to let go, forgive, and move onward? Is your soul ready to forgive someone else or yourself? Forgiveness brings sweet release, freedom, and insight. Look at it from their shoes. Notice how you grew and what you learned. Who do you want to become, and how is this resistance holding you from what your soul wants? The suggested action for this is to write a forgiveness letter and then practice Ho'oponopono prayer today while thinking of the person you are ready to forgive, whether it is someone else, yourself, or maybe a current situation. If you're not familiar with Ho'oponopono, I'm excited to introduce you to the Ho'oponopono prayer today. It is a Hawaiian blessing with 4 simple phrases that are very powerful and potent for healing. It is a simple prayer of forgiveness. The words of it are, "I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you." You can find a ton of videos on YouTube that will utilize this prayer, this Ho'oponopono prayer. There are many ways that it is done, whether it's repeated multiple times. Some say 108, some say more. Merely just saying it 2 or 3 times is actually quite potent and can very much be enough. It allows you the opportunity to let go. Forgiveness is not about allowing someone else to do bad things to you or treat you badly. It's not for them, it's for you. Anger and hatred are toxic. They harm you. And this prayer brings the healing that is needed to forgive and let that go. Don't carry the hatred along with you. As you go out and visit with your family this holiday, keep in mind the words of the prayer. If you enter into a situation where you feel like you're at odds with the discussion or the topic of conversation, simply sit back and think to yourself, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. The Lord's Prayer even says, forgive us as we forgive those who trespassed against us. And what exactly does that mean? It means forgive us as we forgive those who've done bad things to us. We have to give the forgiveness in order to receive it. Allow yourself to be open and receptive. I thank you for joining me today. If you've enjoyed this video or this message, please give it a thumbs up. And if you know someone who could use this message, please share the video with them. Subscribe to the channel for more information and more content like this. I'll be glad to see your bright, shining face here again. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you and appreciate you. Have a great day.